What's up, everyone? This is Jake, your showrunner, and as usual, I'm here with your DM Elijah. And y'all know what time it is. It's episode 6 of Next on the Initiative for everyone.
Things going down in the episode. So, before we begin today's session, a small heads up that we repeat from time to time. Occasionally, we forget to announce our dice rolls. We use Roll20 to play D&D, so sometimes we talk about map, tokens, and character placement on our computer screens. It also just, again, means we forget to mention the numbers from time to time and just use sound effects to express our results.
You know, I think in this episode, we're pretty good about announcing our dice rolls and our movements. If I remember right, listening to this in editing, we actually did a pretty good job of being like, oh, so 20 feet this way, I'm going to attack this one. You're going to use my bonus action to do this. Good for us. Go past versions of ourselves.
I also think that this is one of the first moments where the entire group gets involved with combat, which was a good experience for me to learn how you guys handle fighting.
For sure. It's kind of hard to manage a lot of people in combat, but good job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, Eli, at this point, I know that old man that is usually the guy who does our intros for the episode is probably still in the plane of fire doing his own thing or adventuring. Not really sure what he gets up to, but did he send you a new letter containing this episode's intro?
So he didn't show up again. I think he's still doing his soul searching or whatever you would call it, call his thing. But he did bring a letter. It's not paper. It's just it looks like skin, and I am also unable to read the letter. It seems to be written in some kind of cryptic language or code, and I'm struggling to figure out what it is.
What? It's written in Inferno, you fool!
Elijah, was that the parrot?
What? The parrot can read Inferno.
I guess that makes sense. The magical bird familiar of an old wizard band.
So
I can see that reading Infernal.
Cinnamon. I can't believe I'm asking. Would you?
You want me to translate?
Would you? Yes, please.
Yeah, allow me to translate. Caution, my podcast allies. I wrote this using
parchment craft from imp leather, as paper is incredibly difficult to maintain in these hot, arid lands. But I have your new episode intro for you all. The prisoners are attempting to forge their own adventure with this escape. Demons are causing chaos in the prison. Our adventurers are rushing to handle the plan, come against several drow. Things are running amok in this episode, as there's a panic at Velkynvelve.
Hey!
Hi.
Hey!
Arun, just in time.
Shit's going down.
Yeah. What did I just walk into?
Elijah, if you want, go ahead and repeat what you just said for Arun so he can feel immersed and jump in.
You hear this loud screech and cry go through the entire prison as a number of demons fly into the area. Two of them begin attacking one of the guards up at the tower, and others start attacking various posts nearby. From Inoki's viewpoint, he sees two large demons beneath two large winged creatures next to them start screeching and just loudly screeching.
And you're still in the cage with a bunch of other people who got in trouble yesterday because we're not allowed to do chores.
And I just told Elijah that me, Stool, and Bupito, who were together, are going to head back towards the barracks and the cell where everyone is, and it seems like our plan has changed. As I suggest, we shouldn't use this chaos to escape together.
Right, okay.
And so it begins. You all are just rushing towards the pins now as you see various drow taking shots at the creatures overhead. You see some of them look at you all and start screeching, flying in your direction, only to get shot down by various arrows, and then we come back up to try to make another attack. We're going to cut back to the main group in the pen. What do you all want to do? Elder immediately starts trying to break out of her manacles. I'm going to do a check for her. Same for Darendale.
I'm going to try and help Darendale.
So,
You guys are too polite.
do any of the NPCs or does Krav have a tool that it can borrow?
You remember Subar had kind of like took one of the rusted bars and that you gave him and started using that to break a Krav out. If you're helping Darendale, Jack, he now has advantage because he just rolled a 1.
Okay.
Oh, with your assistance, you and the Kragoff stare at each other, pulling the bars apart, and you hear this creak and snap as Darendale roars and sees his hands free and starts rushing towards the others. He rushes over to Eldif and starts pulling at advantage. The natural 20, the dwarven woman just chuckles and pushes him away, and with the mighty roar snaps it into what this triumphant pose as the bracelets are just on her arm.
It kind of looks at all of this and like holds out its arms like, help me, do me.
So they both turned to try to help you, and then look at Suvar and point. You can probably break it better. Use your tools. And then they rush towards Shushar.
Okay.
You can try to use it on yourself at disadvantage, or you can have Arun assist you and do it.
Arun, you want to help?
Yeah, I can do that. But last I remember, I tried this once and it didn't quite go well, right?
Yeah.
You tried it without tools and failed. Then the second attempt, it last time gave you a piece of an iron bar, and you was able to break Jack's mechanism.
It's going to be harder to break me out.
Right, because you're double manacled.
But we're going to work together.
Yeah, the DC was high, and last time you remember that it was a sensitive lock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and if you want to help out, I will give Arun advantage on this check.
Okay, I'm helping out.
All right. So with your makeshift thieves tools at the moment, go ahead and give me a roll.
It's a 19 plus 6.
Plus 6.
Yes, that's 25.
Just barely. You feel as the lock closes up and almost break, you feel it just all disconnect, and it just drops off of it.
Oh,
Little Grunge, you feel a lot lighter, and you are no longer at disadvantage.
it says, thank you.
You're welcome. Did we call this even?
What in above you hear? What are you doing? Back in it! Ah! One of the Chasm demons just grabs the drow by the neck, snaps it, and tosses him down into the pit next to you all. And from it, you see several of the vials that on his waistband break, but there's a crossbow and the dagger on it.
Arun, do you still have your manacles?
Oh, that's a good question. I probably would have freed out of my manacles before.
Give me a check for yourself. You can get advantage if someone wants to help.
It's going to help.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll take the help. That's a 19.
19. Click. You are now familiar with the mechanism of this lock, and is just able to, with a little bit of assistance from it lifting it, break it open.
Oh, I go for the crossbow immediately.
You have a crossbow with 16 bolts.
Nice.
That is everyone free in the pen.
Hey.
We could reach the guy who just died.
Yes, he is inside.
It is going to grab the dagger from him. If Arun, you're taking the crossbow.
I'm gonna run over and kick his body.
Hell yeah.
You get a good little kick into the gut, and you kind of see him turn, and you just see his head like all the way dislodged, just hanging loosely.
Ew. It is going to start trying to pick the lock of the gate if it's not already unlocked.
You immediately put your hands towards the lock, and you feel it open.
Okay, cool. So that guy followed up.
And at that moment, you just see Topsy and Tubby rush out and start running. Then several of the others start moving as well. Eldif and Shusar looks at the back two of you, says, let's go, come on.
I immediately searched the body for any maps I could find, just in case, like a very hasty search before running out.
Under pressure, give me investigation.
Okay. Would that be a disadvantage?
No.
That's a 13.
13. You see that you can find, like hidden on him is another dagger that you can pick up.
Okay.
Other than that, it doesn't seem like he has any kind of maps or tools for direction.
Okay.
You open the door and you all are here. As you start to move out, you see two of the Kragoffs over at the pen look at you all, see the situation, and try to start moving your way to try to stop.
Okay, so they're going to try and engage us?
Mm-hmm. And as you are beginning the engagement, you just hear a loud Vandale charges front trying to take the first hit. In the meantime, I need everyone over there to roll initiative.
Yeah, shit.
Okay, so Jack, total, what'd you get?
12.
Arun?
4.
Maya?
I got a 15.
Okay, let me go ahead and roll for some other people. As you guys have NPCs on your side.
First battle.
Oh, good job, Darendale. Okay, 1 second. I have a lot of people demand it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank you, DM.
We love you again.
Arun, what's your dexterity?
14.
You'll be moving before Shushar.
Okay.
But Darendale, with charge, just roars and goes into this like loud rage as he takes 2 swings at the Kragoff in front. Had his stat blocks pulled up and now I can find it again. Wow, he 2 non-natural 19s on those. So you just see him kind of take 2 big wallops on the Kragoff in front of him. 14 points of damage on the first one. The large gash is on the side of his face and he's starting to bleed from it. Next is Eldif, who is just looking around at the situation. She rushes in to assist Darendale and begins to try to grapple with the Kragoff. I'm gonna make a strength check for her. And as she's doing it, you just hear her yell like, "Come on, you furry beast, I got you!" And she does. She grapples him, and using the rest of her movement, she will slam him down and stand on top of him like, "Ha ha! Now you're in my terrain." So he is currently prone. Followed up is Jimjar, who kind of leans in the background and kind of just looks at you all and says, "I think I will assist with a bit more equipment. Further ahead, you guys got this." And it is now your turn.
So we are out in this little hallway, right?
Yes, and a few of y'all are still in the pen as y'all just kind of like flood out.
Okay, yeah. And so like right here, there's no wall, right? This is like just directly above the water.
Yes, but from that angle, you can see that the water in that section is a little shallow.
Alright, that's good to know. Its first instinct is always going to be to flee, so it needs to consider its escape route. So it decides not to flee, and the only way out is forward. Is there 2 guards or 1 guard?
2 guards, the Kragoff's here and here.
So there's how many feet? 30 feet between us. So all I have is a dagger, so it is going to... It doesn't want to drop the dagger.
You are at level 2. You can use your bonus action for cunning action to give you a little dash.
That's true. My main action would still be the rest of my movement, right?
Like you have your movement, your action, your bonus action.
It wants to it has this ability where it can apply its natural poison to any piercing weapon as part of an attack with that weapon, which means that if any target is hit by that weapon, they have to take a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
I would say if you want to try to put some of your poison on the bolts, that's an action.
Okay, that's what it's going to do. It's going to do that. So, Arun, now all of those 12 bolts
16
are poisoned. Yeah, so whenever you hit someone with it, if you successfully hit them, they have to do a Constitution saving throw.
Nice, plus my sneak attack damage. This is going to be great.
And then it is going to hide.
Roll for hide.
Okay, what skill is hiding again? Stealth?
Stealth.
And she still has cunning action though.
Yeah, she can use her bonus action hide.
Right, yeah, she doesn't have to roll.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is that? I don't think so. I think she still has to roll for that.
Oh, you're right, sorry.
Yeah, I still need to roll.
You got this.
It's +6, so yeah, 25.
Woo. So you go over there and awkwardly slide, just kind of press your arm onto your other arm and just scrape this sludge off of it, like this little liquid, and drip it into the quiver itself, and just look up at Svar, and then rush behind Shushar and kind of disappear.
Cool. All right.
Next is the Kragoff's turn, who is currently thrown on the ground with the Elder just getting ready to pound into him. He is going to try to just make 2 multi-attacks on her while she's on top of him, both at disadvantage. Ooh, that would have been a natural 20, but it's a 5. And oh my goodness. 2 natural 20s wasted as she just kind of like leans away from each swipe and leans forward next to him, smiling. Says, "This is what I live for, furry man. I'm taking you out."
God, why she hate furries?
She's not. I don't think she meant it. She's not meaning it like that. It's just Quagoffs are like hairy beasts.
Oh, so she hates
No, she's
beasts,
a kink
huh?
shamer.
Yeah, kink shamer.
What? She doesn't like bears?
Hey, we don't kink shame here in this part.
We are all inclusive in this cell.
Next is Shushar, who kind of sees the situation and sees it and just says, "All I can do is keep you safe, little one." And he just kind of like makes himself look wider as a target, but doesn't try to get into the fray.
Oh, Shushar.
Quav, it is your go.
So, alright, what's the... Oh, these are the Quagoffs.
Yes. One of them is currently prone with the dwarf on top of him. The other one is just in the background getting ready like to make its decision.
So, Eli, would you say me and Bupila are even closer now?
We will get to you momentarily.
Be patient.
Yeah, technically 6 seconds haven't even passed yet.
I'm gonna use Zephyr Strike.
You're going. Oh, okay. So you moving out of the pin?
Yeah.
Initiate Zephyr Strike module.
I'm gonna hit the one that's prone.
Yes. Are you using a range attack or a melee attack?
I'm using a melee attack, so...
At advantage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, boy. No, that's a 21. It's a 21 to hit.
It hits.
That's 2 points of bludgeoning, 6 points of force.
So 8 total?
Yeah.
Okay. Next is the Quagoff, the Quagoff 2, who's in the background kind of seeing all this happen. He just looks at the situation and decides he's going to he's going to try to make a grapple check against Darendil. He fails. Darendil kind of pushes him off, and with the last of his attacks as he falling back, he's going to try to take a swing at Darendil. That hits. 8 points of damage to him, and that's his turn. Next is Arun.
Just going to just quickly look over my shoulder to see what the guards are doing.
One is still kind of like just taking shots at the flying chasms.
Okay, so I'm gonna take my crossbow and take a shot at the first Quagoff that's closest to me.
That is him here as the one on the ground currently fighting Eldith, but since he's prone, it will be disadvantaged if you try to shoot him with your ranged weapon.
Okay, so I'll go for the one that's behind them, the one that's watching.
Okay.
If that's more of a direct shot.
Yes, he is engaged with Darendil now, if you want to try to take that shot.
Okay, so that's the 20, 15, plus 4 to hit.
That hits. Give me damage as well as sneak attack, and I need to roll a d20 real quick. He passes the con save for the poison.
Okay, yeah, so that's total of 8 damage.
Alright.
And I will use my bonus action to hide again.
Okay. Give me self roll.
That's a 15 plus 4, 19.
The drow above is still shooting at the chase castmates, and then he sees you down below and is like, "No, damn it, no! Back in the pen!" And he will take a shot at you all from above. He is going to aim at Jack. Does a 25 hit?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
I failed it with a 4.
Okay. So you take 3 points of damage, and you are currently poisoned. And at that moment, you feel the insides of your gears just stop, and you black out. You fall unconscious to the poison.
Unconscious?
By poison?
From the poison.
Bye.
Warforges can be poisoned?
A Warforge just fell unconscious to a poison. Bye.
Okay.
Are you immune to or resistant to poison, Jack?
I'm resistant to it.
Okay.
I gain advantage towards it, and I still passed out, so...
Yeah.
What?
You all notice that the drow above shot it through his cross. So, without revealing too much on that, but you all would know that it could be drow poison that he put in there. We're going to go top of the initiative. 6 seconds have passed. And it's now Darendil's turn, who is going to take 2 swipes at the Quagoff he's engaged with. He misses the first one, but gets him on the backswing. Another 8 points of damage. Next is Eldif, who is just going to take her one good swing at the top of the Kragoff's head. Hits as well. Just she is pounding into him. Jimjar just kind of sees her drow buff, takes the first shot, and hides himself on the wall of the pen, looking at you all. Maya, it is your go.
Okay, so it is currently hiding. I guess what it's gonna do is, so there's still the one guy, the two guys in front of us, and one of them is prone under Eldith, and the other one is still up. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then there's some guy far away above us who's shooting at us.
Directly above you.
How high up is he?
About 30 to 40 feet up on the tower.
Okay. I'm going to run up to attack the guy who's not being held down by Eldith, the other guy. So let me move 25 feet.
And you're still doing this like stealthily, you're just creeping over there, right?
Yeah, I'm sneaking. And then I'm gonna attack him with my dagger. Oh, and of course, if a dagger is piercing, then I'm gonna also, do the poison thing.
Okay.
Alright, and I'm just gonna go ahead and stab him.
At advantage.
Awesome. So I got a 14. Does that hit?
Oh, 14 total. Yes, it does hit.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my normal piercing damage.
He succeeds on the poison con save.
Okay, yeah, so you just get 6 piercing damage. And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna hide again.
Careful not to trip over the Warforged that suddenly passed out from poison.
Yeah, I don't know how to help him.
Are you staying where you are on this, or?
I kind of want to stay where I am. Is it possible for me to, just kind of pretend I jumped over the edge, but I'm actually just, holding on to the edge or something?
How much movement do you have left?
That was all my movement.
Oh, you're stuck where you are unless you use your bonus action to get a few more feet.
Yeah, I can't use my bonus action to both move and hide, though, can I?
No, you cannot.
Can I just hide under the Warforged?
So you go prone and try to just shimmy yourself underneath him, and start. As you do, you begin to make contact next to him. Jack, I need you to make a con save, and Maya, give me a stealth roll.
Sorry, Jack.
16.
By the way, it's true that people who are prone are harder to hit with ranged weapons, right?
Yes, it's at disadvantage.
Roll the 16.
Nice. Okay, I think you passed.
16, you pass.
Alright. Still. Ugh, not great. 11?
You feel like you've got yourself low to the ground, but in the chaos, you're kind of panicking, kind of make a small little involuntary ribbon sound.
Oh, I'm just frick. Cute. Okay, well that's my turn.
Yeah, it is now the Kragoff's turn, and he is taking a beating from Eldith. If you guys kind of see part of his face has caven in from her punching him, and she's just continuously doing that as he's blocking. He is going to try. He looks to the side and sees the situation, and is going to attempt to grab Eldith and see if he can roll with her off.
Off the edge?
Off the edge, to which he fails. As he twists, Eldith kind of just puts his arm above his and just stares at him where are you going? And he just cries out and swings feebly at her. At disadvantage, it misses. Krav, you are currently unconscious. We're going to move to the next person. Shushar, who is going to rush all the way out from the pen and just grab Jack and start pulling him back. He's going to use his actions, just shake you, come on, you can't be down like this. And he is going to wake you up using his action.
Yeah, NPCs.
Now it's Kragoff 2, who sees his buddy getting beaten and bruised, but sees the 2 behind her. He is going to try to stay focused on Darendil and take 2 more swings at him. He misses those 2 attacks. So, Sir, at this point now, charges forward, and he's going to attempt to grab the dagger out of its hand. Do you allow him?
No, I'm gonna contest it.
Okay, give me contesting strength checks.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, he has 0 to strength. Neat.
Wow. 19.
Yeah, it is a weird image for a moment where he just kind of yanks and it's pulled down to you a little as you just kind of reject him taking the knife, and you kind of eyes widen from this pulls away and curses and just steps back from the fray. Arun, is now your go. Good job.
Nice. Just gonna come back out again. My hand crossbow, it's a one-handed weapon, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll take the dagger out in the other hand, and what I'm planning to do is shoot the Kragoff that's standing behind, and then move up, and then use my dagger to stab the one that's prone. So,
It's cool that you want to do that, but I have to ask, do you have to do a wielding feat?
good question. I don't. Oh wait, I don't. I do. Never mind.
Let me double check real quick, because I don't want to say you can't do that.
I think I have that ability, so you should have that ability. Dual weapon. It's a bonus action, yeah.
You know what? Screw it. Go ahead. Who are you attacking with the first attack?
The second Kragoff that's standing in the far back.
Okay.
That would be a 7 to hit, which I assume misses.
And no, it just kind of ricochets off the side of the cave and falls into the water.
So I curse to myself. I walk forward to the one that is prone.
Stepping over Krav and it.
Yeah, stepping over Krav and it, and trying to stab the one that's down.
With advantage.
Oh, with advantage, nice.
He is currently prone still.
There we go, 15 plus 4, 19 to hit.
I'm not going to tell you to roll damage. Tell me how you kill him.
Oh, I just stick it down his throat.
You see Eldif just like punching him in the face with the nice grin, like, yes, finally some justice. Sees the dagger and like rolls off, and you just plunge it straight into his chest as you watch the light fade from this Kragoff. She kind of looks at you, smiles, pats you on the back, and says, "One down, one to go." Round 3. Jakes, it is at this point you, Peter, and Stool are running past some of the crazy. Behind you, you saw some of the demons fly up, and the Kragoff who was operating the lift was just mauled by 2 of them.
Quick thing, as this commotion is going on, do I see the room they are holding our weapons?
You ran past the shrine area, and you know from what Suvar told you last time, that if you go into the shrine and look around, you can find the ladder that leads to the other quarters. Your personal belongings are in Ivar's quarters.
We have to pass that on our way back to the lift, huh? Alright, I make a mental note of that. I tell Bupido that I'm like, once we grab the others, we'll head towards the lift. One of us can grab the items, and then we can make our way up. We might need to do two rounds, as the elevator or the lift can't hold that many. So while some of us have our weapons, we can hold off and let the others ascend.
As Bupido nods and agrees with you, you see a crossbow pierce into the side of his arm, and you see a drow coming out of the tower here.
I'm like Bupido!
He takes 8 points of damage off that, and you kind of see him like stumble, and then the poison, he just kind of and spits out a very black mix of blood and poison.
Ew.
And you see the drow approaching you two.
Is he like in, how far is he? Like, is he above us or directly in front of us?
He is, I would say about 15 feet away on the side of the bridge now, approaching you, crossbow in hand. From you, I would say 15 feet. He's currently on the bridge. Stool just starts trembling, and you hear in your hand like,
"Is he going to take us?"
I say, no, don't worry, Stool. You can take care of this. And I say to Bupido, can you move? We can take them together.
I still have life in me. My God will not let me die here.
Then let's rush to take them out. I'll take the left side, you take the right.
Is you two rush in? Go ahead and roll initiative. I'm going to Bupido roll.
Okay. 16.
16. Okay. Oh, yeah. Put yourself right above Maya, but below Jimjar in the initiative. And Bupido be after check. Okay. We're going ahead and give you your first attack, and then we're going to go back to the initiative on the other side.
Okay. I grab a vial as I'm rushing towards him and attempt to smash it into his face.
Oh! Give me an unarmed strike.
Okay. 18.
Give me 1d. What's the unarmed strike. Is it 1d4 or 1d6?
It's 1d4.
Okay, give me 1d4 plus your strength modifier.
Okay.
And go ahead and add another d4 because you just smashed glass. And I'm going to roll his con save because that's at the. Oh! Okay, go ahead and give me damage.
So you said 2d4, right?
1d4 for the regular attack, and then another d4 for the glass.
So 3 for the attack, and then 3 for the glass.
You see it smash on him and just like cuts and peel all over his face. He blindly swings at you and then starts to slow, wobble, and falls unconscious into the floor, into the webbing, and just is hanging there.
I look over and I see Pupito. I'm like, "Are you okay? Do you need help?"
I can use some help, and he looks pretty hurt from that attack.
Yeah. All right. I do a quick look around the tower to see if I find anything that could help him or anything useful.
I will allow one quick investigation check, and that will be your turn.
Okay. Ooh, nice. Man, D&D Beyond is rolling really well. 18 plus 3. So 18.
You don't seem to find anything of like medical use here. Doesn't seem like they have any potions or to heal. Do you see 2 short swords and a set of leather armor that's designed in a drow fashion?
All right. I look over and I'm like, I don't know. Can you use any of this? Do you want a sword? Maybe go out swinging if you need to.
Peter just picks up the sword and like hangs it and holds it in his good arm, and then picks up the dagger in his second arm. Just like
I could manage.
Oh, good. Okay. I say let's keep moving. I think from here we can make it to the others even quicker.
You both start running, making your way over there. Back on the initiative, it's Darendale and just one Kragoff left. Darendale is going to take 2 swings on the Kragoff in front of him and just misses the first one, but once again gets him unexpected on the second swing. Oh, max damage. The other Kragoff begins wobbling and looking fearful of the situation. Next up is Eldith. She's going to just charge in and take a swing, and then she's going to try to do a combo on the Kragoff and misses both attacks. She just curses and steps back from the situation. Jim Jars, once again, is looking at all of you and just watching. Maya, it is your go.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna search the dead Quaggar, the one that was just killed. I'm gonna try and see if I can find that spider whistle that I saw them use the other day.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Investigation. It's being slow. I'm very sorry.
It's taking you time to search.
That was a... Oh, I thought that was a crit fail. It was a 7. 10?
You do a quick pat down. It's not hard to investigate what he has on him. He doesn't have a lot of clothing options, but you don't seem to find anything on him. You do pick up like a bug through the fur.
A bug?
A small bug.
I eat it.
It's a little juicy, but still flavorful.
Slimy yet flavorful. Okay, so I guess that was my bonus action, so I'll go ahead. And for my actual action, did he like drop a crossbow or any kind of weapon?
It did not. Both Kragoff seem to just be using their brute strength to try to take you down.
I want to run past the one being engaged.
If you do not do it via you can run past him and disengage to avoid attack of opportunity. Otherwise, he will take a swing at you.
I'm gonna try and disengage if that's legal.
You get through. As you're getting ready to run past him, you see him notice and get ready to take a swing, and you just kind of leap between him and Darendale and land the next to him.
So that was 10 feet. Remind me again what this room right here is.
It's one of the guard towers, but mainly for the group, for the Drow warriors to try to chill and hang out. Relax.
Okay, do I see any Kragoths in there as I run past these two?
No, it seems like everyone is out and about doing something.
Are there any like obvious weapons sitting out?
You can see, if you want to try to use them, some fragile bones left here and there.
No, I don't want a bone.
But when you do look inside the area 10 here, you do see a large mic net just rushing through materials.
I'm gonna run in.
Inoki, you hear from behind you the side, like one of the doors open. You turn, thinking it might be one of the guards, and it's just a grunge breathing heavily.
I turn around and I smile. Well, hope everyone really liked that very combat-heavy episode, because there's definitely more in store now that we finally get to regroup with the party.
Oh man, so many drow characters, so many NPC characters. Things are finally underway with the escape arc. That's what we're calling that part. We're calling it the escape arc.
I was gonna say more like the end of the escape arc.
End of the escape arc.
That's what we can call the first part. We'll call this first part the escape arc.
Getting into the escape arc.
Mm-hmm.
Sure would be unfortunate to be a particular guard that walks into this group of driven prisoners.
Some of the NPCs are pretty eager to kill and repay the guards for their horrible treatment. So
yeah, true.
that doesn't even include like if our players get back their items, you know?
Well, they're gonna get their stuff back and be taken care of. You can have our bags by supporting us directly on Patreon at nextontheinitiative.com. Any additional content we make, oh, you know what, I should also point this out just in case you guys do put the .com in. You will not find it with the .com. That is part of the bit. It is me being an old man who will not give up the ways of the internet or the webs.
Yeah, you can find our Patreon using the link in the description. It's really the easiest way to find our Patreon.
There will be no .com there.
Yeah, no, it's just use the link in the description. Best way to find our official accounts, actually.
So, Jakes, whose turn is it to name a $3 item?
Well, actually, it's comes back to us now. So, Elijah, it's actually your turn if you want to name something that's $3. You know, it's just something that like.
I'm going to call up a future Eli, and we'll get back to you on that.
Oh yeah, let me go ahead and call Eli in the future. 1 second. Is Elijah there? Hello, Elijah, are you there?
Hello, yes, this is Elijah speaking.
Hi, Elijah, it's your co-host from this podcast, you know, that we're recording.
Oh my God, is it really Showrunner Jakes from my favorite podcast, Next on the Initiative? Long time listening to the podcast here.
Yeah, is this your first time calling?
God, my God.
Well, you know, your support means a lot to me, man. I really appreciate you being my co-host for this podcast, but we know how this part of the bit goes, so can you name something that's like $3?
And oh God. Yes, so for this week's item, I'll be going with this chrome and gold dice set that I bought the other day. It was just over $3, but that's if you include shipping and handling, so I think it'll count.
Sounds like someone decided to treat themselves to something nice.
You know, just a reminder of the good old days when you got to use real life clickety-clack dice.
Yeah, one day we'll be able to like D&D in person after not being able to do that for a while because of the pandemic.
True.
But, you know, I'm glad you got yourself a nice pair of dice. I myself have like a similar set, but mine are gold and white.
Oh.
Yeah, I call those my paladin dice.
So for the low price of a chrome and gold dice set, you can support our podcast on Patreon.
Yeah, give us a look and, you know, consider supporting us on Patreon.
Follow us on social media. You can use the links in the description to find our official accounts. And as always, consider giving us a good rating on the platform that you use to listen to this podcast. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, we really do. Every little bit counts, you know?
Every little bit.
Some of the sound effects used in this episode are made by myself, and the sources for the music and additional sound effects can be found in the description below, and were used under Creative Commons licensing. The podcast is an unofficial fan content of the D&D 5e module, Out of the Abyss. We are not sponsored by or endorsed by Witches of the Coast. Any role-playing we do as characters, depictions of locations, or other content in the module is fan content of the podcast and of the source material. So please support the official release and support the official content.
Special thanks to Maia Ross playing as It the Grunge. Special thanks to Jack Phillips playing as Krav the Warforged. Special thanks to Arun Bharadwaj for playing Zavar the Half-Elf. Special thanks to Jakes Hernandez for playing Inoki the Myconid. Special thanks to David George as playing Ugesh the Fighter. And special thanks to me, the DM. Yay me.
I was waiting to see why you were doing the special thanks that way. And
Yay. Yay. So, Jakes, do you have an outgoing message for today's episode?
yeah, I do. But recently I went to my local library and I was able to check out an audiobook from them. And it was kind of a nice reminder that the library is a pretty awesome place and has a lot of cool stuff. If you haven't been to your library in who knows how long, I don't know, go get your library card renewed. I love reading books and listening to audiobooks, and well, you can get them free if you just, go to your library.
It's a good message right there, and I support all of that. Please check out your local library and give them some love and support. I still know my library card and will always remember that.
Well, that's all I have for this episode. Y'all be safe out there.
Be safe out there. Take care. Peace, love, and happiness.
Yeah, be good, y'all.